I just noticed that thing plays it flipped. So what's everyone doing? I turned that big light off. Well, I should give you less wash out. Look. Alright. Yeah, if anyone wants to join, I will copy those. Go over here. Paste. I don't know what's going on. There's probably somebody else doing something on YouTube tonight. Even though I started this. Just because I can. It doesn't show anyone. It doesn't mean there isn't anyone. Got an email. What's the email say? MakerBot. New comment on Thingiverse item. This has something to say. Came out nice, Tom. Thank you, Minnesota Maker. Again. Okay, 13. I have 13 comments and stuff. Lots of people, I guess, like the New Year's Eve vase. It is very kind of cool. It came out really nice. That and having it displayed in the Poly Alchemy elixir makes it really stand out too. That's funny. I gotta show you my screen. Is there anybody in here? Hey, John. What is up? Screen share. Desktop. Start screen share. And we go off into the wilderness, but I'm not going to make that go away. But check this out. You'll get a kick out of this, John. Maybe. I don't know. It says I have 30 downloads here in the thing statistics. Then if I go into the thing files, watch this. 157 downloads. So which one is it? Is it 30 downloads or 157 downloads? What's up, Buttrum? Mr. Buttrum. You know, I kind of like Butt Rum better than Butt Ram. Butt Rum. Rum. Couldn't help myself. Anyway, what's up, dudes? The whole, I don't know, 2 of you or 3 of you are watching. Is that mine? Yeah. It says 1 watching. But there's 2 of you. So now it says 3 watching. A whole 3. I guess I'm the 3rd one. That's really sad. Can I pop out the chat twice with the same chat? It looks like I can. That's kind of stupid. Look at that. That's funny. Which downloads does it count? The zip file or the individual? I don't know. I don't know how it's counting. That's why I thought that was so funny. Because they're counting, it only says 30 here with 159 views. But when you go into the thing files, it's saying there's 160 now. Now, there's only the one file. So so like something you make in prison. Is that like toilet bowl vodka? What's up, TK? So I don't know. I just think that's funny. It's still the only reason I still use Thingiverse at all is it still gives me, some idea of what people are liking and what they aren't, and you know, should I do any more of that kind of an item and upload it? I mean, I'm still gonna do stuff even if people don't like it. Some things I'll still do anyways. I like making the vases. They're easy. They're fun. They come out halfway decent. But there's certain ones I know people aren't gonna like, so or aren't gonna get you know downloaded. So why bother putting them up? The polyalchemy does make that look just spectacular too. And you guys want to jump in here? Just jump on in. So just listen to me babble. Oh, look, man, trippy. Any of you guys like sick, like dizzy? Not helping any?
Oh, I think my OBS camera is broken again.
Your OBS camera is broken again? Well, fix it. Unbreak it. Stop sharing my desktop. Here you go. We got picture. I see the top of your head in a room. Need to make a brew? Need to make a brew. I think he's going off to make his own beer. My computer just told me it's 10 o'clock. So anyway, I just think those stats are pretty funny. But again, they still give me a general idea of what people are looking at, what they're liking, blah blah blah. Not that I really care all that much, but I've done a few models recently that I'll just never upload because it's pointless to upload them. I wonder how many people have downloaded my stupid quadcopter that's very specific to the original quadcopter.
I think the most download I have is for my CL10 camera extension mount.
Yeah, well, that would make sense because that's a pretty popular thing. 10 whole downloads. Now, again, if I go down here to the statistics, it says there's 10 downloads, but if I open up the thing files, come on, open up Thingiverse. I know you can do it. Or maybe you can't. Reload. Stop. Reload. There we go. It says 118. I don't know where they're getting these
And
numbers from, but
in the last month, my camera extension arm got viewed 278, downloaded 37 times.
it's not bad. It's not my all-time best, but my fastest accelerating was the Pumpkin King when I sent it to uh, Fun King. I made his Fun
Yeah.
King faces the pumpkin, and it just got an unbelievable. I don't even remember. I think it was like I think I had more than 50 downloads in just the first hour. But I mean, I uploaded it like I don't know what was it 3 days before Halloween, which kind of. I think I had more than 50 downloads. That's when everyone's coming and looking, anyways.
Hey guys.
Upload it.
Right?
You got to turn your speakers off for the video.
Sorry, mate.
You're getting feedback there, buddy.
There you go.
You
Keep forgetting about that.
You got to turn the YouTube chat off, sound off.
Yeah, sorted.
Somebody actually downloaded my Tide Pod Jello Mo for 3 times this month.
You know what I think is really funny? You guys got to see this thing. It's funny as hell. Back to screen share. Do the whole desktop, I guess. Start sharing. Put this out so it doesn't go into the freaking never-ending thing. Where is it? I did a sink strainer. That's actually been downloaded a lot. Where is it? You know, this iPod stand I designed is really good. I don't think anyone uses it. Here we go. Sink strainer. How many downloads has it got? 28 collected, 16 likes.
Oh, just for the...
This thing's 174 downloads. What does the file say? 176 and 150. For a freaking sink strainer. Just that thing. I mean, it's just a sink strainer.
Yeah, Thingiverse has been totally well messing about.
Yeah, but like I was saying before, it's the only one that
with the analytics, like
that gives you those kind of stats on a regular basis. Even though they're kind of screwed up, they're still giving you a general idea. I mean, you know, something you load up. I mean, I loaded that stupid vase up today. What? Not even 6 hours ago, and it's already got 100 downloads. That's
nice.
pretty popular.
Yeah, it's like
for me it is.
I've got like 20 models that I need to upload, but I just so can't be bothered at the moment.
Yeah. Well, you know what I found? I actually do it more when I'm sick like you are. Because you just kind of sit there and go, yeah, whatever. Click. Yeah, whatever. Click.
Oh,
just get it done.
Last night.
You know what? I just buggered out really bad, though. I went into YouTube this afternoon while I was screwing around. I was just kind of sitting here. I was going to watch TV. There's absolutely nothing on TV. It's all just either total sappy Halloween or holiday garbage or just junk because, you know, it's not really a TV time. Most people are out and about with their families.
Yeah.
So I went on YouTube and I started like throwing all my videos and playlists.
Yeah.
Well, come to find out, every time I moved one, it posted on Twitter. I all of a sudden had like 150 tweets on Twitter saying, I moved this video to here. My video was just added to this playlist. I was like, oh, crap. I didn't know it was doing that. I started deleting them like, it was just too many. And I put up a post that said, I'm really sorry, dudes. Anybody that follows me on Twitter, I'm real sorry.
Well,
it was like 150 tweets of me moving my videos around.
I think I managed to piss everybody off in this building last night.
Why would you?
I was cooking at 5 o'clock in the morning and set all the fire alarms off.
Well, all right. You know, when you cook, you're not supposed to set the fire alarm off.
Yeah, it's one. You know them. I don't know if you get them over there. Hang on, I'll just go and get one.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because it's even more funny because.
Yeah, I knew I was coming down with something, so I got these things in.
Chicken and mushroom pie.
But
so it's like a pot pie.
My opener cuts it from the side.
Yeah.
Whereas the old-fashioned ones cut it on the inside.
Yeah.
And it's got like puff pastry and it's supposed to puff up and that. But last night it decided it was going to leak all over the oven.
Because you didn't prick it. If it's got pastry on the top,
oh no!
You
take the lid off. Times. But because mine cuts from the side, it took that little sort of like 2 millimeters away from the top. And it was enough for the pastry to come up.
I got you. So it literally cut through the pastry and the goop Well, whenever I put something like that in the freaking oven, anyways, I always put like a sheet pan or something under it.
Yeah. I'm just full of colour. It's just like,
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
hungry, I need food, bang. And I end up getting something else to eat, and then I just end up bringing it all back up again, which was bizarre. I hate doing that.
Oh well.
But I managed to hold food down tonight, and I'm feeling a bit better.
What the hell are you doing there, John? You gonna download and like all my little vases?
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty cool vase. I mean, it's actually an old vase I did like a year or two ago. That I kind of twisted it up a little bit more than it was before, and then added the 2019 to it. But it did come out freaking
Riley
smashing.
Head.
The only thing it did is classic polyalchemy. The bottom popped off.
Oh dear.
Always does with polyalchemy. I don't know why. And it's all holding. It's not doing the line separation. It's only the very first layer. Never holds. I don't know why. And it only does it with the polyalchemy.
Is that because the cooling fan's off during the base?
I do. I put it on at 50%. Well, maybe that's it, because I did do it right at like the fourth layer. And the fourth layer is they don't have any fans for like the first 2 or 3 layers. Of course, the blue tape stuck it really, really well because I set it a little too low. But oh God, I don't care. If you don't look at the bottom, that thing just looks smashing.
Yeah.
I mean,
I do like the color.
It does look blue in my camera. It's really a bright, dark purple. Bright, dark. That's kind of counterintuitive, but it is. It's a
Did you see the video that I put?
Shiny, dark purple. It's a freaking beautiful color. I got 3 of them. They're almost the same color now. I've got this, the polyalchemy, whatever this is, nightshade, I think they call it. Protopasta makes the color just similar to this. It's actually a little darker. That's glittery. And then I just got that Anieth or Anistith or whatever it is there from Snow Labs where you get Luby's Wolf. And that's almost the same color too. You know, same shade of purple basically.
Yeah. Did you see that video that I posted about that sculptor printer?
Huh?
You remember that printer where the base rotates? The sculptor?
No.
I posted a link of it in Discord. And the price of it is like the same price for a photon printer. And it's the worst printer I think I've ever seen.
Why would you want one that spins?
And
Is that like your X and Y instead of having an X and Y?
no idea. I saw it like years ago on a Kickstarter, and I was like, "Oh, that looks interesting."
This stuff is so awesome. I just wish it would adhere better. That's terrible there. Oh, there goes a crack. And that's a 0.6 nozzle too. That's not even a 0.4. I think this is one of them I'm gonna start. I'm gonna do like you guys were talking about, or those guys were talking about, or someone was talking about. Start using the resin from the
DLP.
The DLPs, and you pour it all over it, and then you UV light hit it.
Yeah,
works amazing. And glue it all together.
Oh, the bottom separated?
Yeah, it always does. It's polyalchemy. It always separates on me no matter what I do. It does not have good layer adhesion. I mean, I literally pop it off the build plate and it separates before I can even finish getting it off the build plate. And it always does it. It's the only one that does, no matter what I've done. I've tried like quadrupling the literally like 4 times extrusion complexes. And I mean, this is a 0.6 nozzle. It's not just a 0.4. It's pretty solid. And it's still doing layer adhesion issues. It just doesn't hold together. Yeah, I can unwind it like a freaking string. It's really sad because it's a nice print and I just destroyed it. But I mean, I can literally pull it off like a string. I can unwind it.
It's unraveling like a sweater.
Yeah, it unravels like string. And I mean, it comes off perfectly.
giant slinky.
It just doesn't hold to it at all. And I'm wondering why. I'm almost wondering I might try it again with absolutely no fan and see if it holds. The stuff is fairly strong too, which I don't get. I just don't.
That's my slinky.
Slinky. It's not a slinky. It's a springy or springo or whatever it is. And you can't call it a slinky because it'll sue you.
Sorry,
I don't care. This thing's still freaking gorgeous, even with all the parts I just broke off of it. You can't tell. Now let me ask you something. Is this reading backwards on the camera or frontwards?
It look fine.
Okay.
I think in OBS or on the Hangout it's always backward.
I don't use OBS, so.
Then it's just Hangout that's flipping it.
Yeah, well, your camera normally flips it. If you take your camera, because it goes, I don't know if you know how a camera goes, but it crisscrosses, it goes through the lens. Anything on the right side is recorded on the left side, and anything on the left side is recorded on the right side. That's how a camera works. Well, most of them flip them back. Now, I'm looking here in Hangouts, and my camera and my printer here is on my left, but actually when I watch YouTube, it's putting my printer on my right. I was like, wait, what? So YouTube is flipping it, because right now the Hangouts isn't. The Hangouts is right. And then YouTube flips it. Because is that printer on my left or my right in your video?
On your left on my video.
On my left, not your left.
Yeah.
My left. Yeah.
So I might be
right for you guys.
I might be visiting Mr. Buttram and Robbie Mack next week.
Really? Why is that? Just cause or?
No, just I'm going by Mount Vernon, Illinois for New Year.
What the hell do you do for a living? Do you actually do this like for a living?
Do what?
All this hanging out in your little studio right there that you're.
No. It's just I guess I work from home. When I work from home, I sit here, but it doesn't matter. I could work anywhere.
What do you do? Are you a computer?
Oh, I do Office 365 fast track onboarding. So basically, tell people how to start using Office 365 after they bought it.
Okay. So you're in customer service.
Kind of like that, but they don't call us; we call them.
Why would you call them? How would they know they need it?
Well, it's not really
it's
just
like a
regular
prerequisite.
consumer. It's a large enterprise account of 500 people or more.
Yeah.
So especially if they get an account team as well, that they sign some contract that include like some hundreds or thousands of license, and just because
so
they got
get
the license,
so many hours of training.
if they don't use it, they're not going to renew the next year. So if they don't use it for a few months, then I guess we'll try to see if they need any help to get them start using it.
Oh, right, because you track the usage hours
Yeah.
and stuff. So in other words, when you start seeing low usage hours, you guys show up and say, "What the hell? Start using our product, man."
Yeah, something like that.
You're paying for it. Use it.
Because lots of people just don't know what it does because there's so much stuff it does.
Sure.
Not really
Everybody
Office
really know what it
365, but also Azure and Intune and PC management, device management, iOS and Android, Windows 10.
I just can't believe that peels apart so easily. How am I going to stop that from peeling apart?
Use different filament.
Yeah, but dude, look at this stuff. It's so very pretty.
It was like fishing line when you started pulling it off.
It basically was. I mean, you get right down to it. It was like fishing line or really thin.
Thingiverse is really slow.
And I can just keep on doing it. See, I can just start it over and pull it out again. It'll just unwind. I can't even get it to break off now. It just keeps unwinding. There it goes. But it's so freaking beautiful, this stuff. I mean, just look at it. It's so shiny. It's almost like metal. You know? God, I love it when it works, but half the time it don't work. I do have that cheap copper crap that from CC Tree. It's actually pretty nice. I might try printing this again in copper. I just love this color too. And it printed so well. Otherwise, the detail and there's no sagging. There's no supports under the numbers. Not that you really need them. They're not that far out. But there's very little shadowing. I mean, just printed perfectly otherwise.
Ouch. It's purple that I got for somebody.
What's that?
You see the colour there? Let me just turn this light back on.
You can't in the wrapper because it just shines the wrapper back.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a purpley red.
Yeah, it looks semi-transparent as well.
What brand is it?
Technology Outlet.
Never heard of it. Oh, you're in England now.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre now because you get used to hanging out with people. It's like, yeah, where'd you get that? And you're thinking they're gonna say, oh, I got it at Walmart, and I'll be like, yeah, I got it at some store in freaking Germany, and you have to drive down to like, well, wait, that's like 30 hours away in an airplane.
Just trying to think where all that Pongo is.
We're gonna have to get our travel systems up to the scale where we can travel as fast as we can talk on the phone. Internet. I wonder how my apple chips are doing.
They're in the dehydrator.
Well, we got one of them air fryers, which I told them repeatedly, don't waste the money on it. We don't need it. Our oven is a convection oven. All those air fryers are a convection, little baby convection ovens. They went on ball anyways. So
I just saw one at Walmart for $30. It was half price from like 75 or something.
Paid 50 or 60 for it. This is supposed to be the best one, which is, who gives a crap? They're all garbage, but just cheap plastic things. But the one thing I did like was my neighbor bought one of those Ronco rotisserie things. She actually bought it as a joke because there's one of those as seen on TV stores in the mall here, and it was a damaged box, and she got it for like almost nothing. I think she paid 30 or 40 bucks for it. She bought it as a joke just to see if it was worth it. And they've had that thing, oh God, that was almost 6-8 years ago when those things came out. And they use that thing at least once a week. They love that stupid rotisserie. I have to agree. You put a roast in there and you let it rotisserate for, an hour or two, it comes out freaking awesome. This thing's supposed to do the same thing. Now, there is a difference. This is an air-heated one, and that's got elements all wrapped around it. That one's got like 6 or 8 elements all along the top and the back. So when the rotisserie goes around, this one's just forced hot air. So it might actually cook it different. But it does have a rotisserie. So we'll see. I'm going to rotisserie the freaking chicken in it tomorrow. Rotisserate. The poor little chick is going to get rotisserated.
So just out of curiosity, because I'm a Brit, is it a thing like for dipping frozen turkeys into big vats of fat over there?
It's a fairly new thing, yeah. Have you ever done it? Have you ever deep fried a chicken or a turkey?
No.
It's really good, dude. It really is. It's really, really good. It's not. It's not like fried chicken or fried fish. When you do the whole bird and you have to leave the skin on, and a lot of people actually seal the carcass canvas area
Mm.
um, in the middle. I never have. You don't do it with a frozen one either. You do it with a raw chicken
Yeah.
or turkey, but it comes out. It cooks in like probably about half the time, and it just comes out. The skin is so crispy and awesome, and the meat inside is so tender, dude. So moist because the minute the grease hits the skin, it crisps it almost instantly
Yeah.
when it hits the grease. It seals everything in. The juices don't bleed out into the oils. So it's unbelievably juicy. But yeah, it's like one of the stupidest things you could ever do. It really is. I mean, it's such a simple thing too. Just put a freaking oil, splash guard on it or something,
Yeah.
or just use a bigger pot so the oil doesn't. I love these people that do them in their houses. They do them in like their garages and wonder why their house burned down when the garage went up in flames. It's like, hello, you're taking a fuel and you're setting in a can of fuel on top of it, and then you're heating that fuel. Oil is just fuel.
Yeah.
Frying oil is diesel, diesel gasoline. You run that fryer later for 8-10 hours, and you have diesel coming out of it. You just don't get it. No, it's burned my house down. Well, no shit, you dumbass. Don't fry with a freaking open flame in your house. It's just stupid. Yes, it isn't the brightest idea, but man, is it good. I've done it like 3 or 4 times.
Well, Robbie Mac used a oilless fryer. The Charbroil oilless fryer for turkey. The Big Easy.
Yeah, that's what I got is this air fryer, oilless fryer.
But for like turkey.
Well, mine's, only about that big. And the tank in it's only like 8 quart, I think. So the actual opening in it's only these 3 little trays about that big that you can even put in the thing. Basically, each tray takes an apple when I sliced it up, so that's how big it is. I'll play with it. I'll make the best of it. They bought the stupid thing.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, I'll bring it up here and throw my filament in it. Dry it. Use it for a filament dryer. It's about the perfect size, actually. You can probably stick 2 rolls in there just. What temp did I print it? God. 220, I think. Which is the max day list. Which I'm answering a question he asked, I don't know, almost 20 minutes ago.
So I've got to get the colour sorted out for this.
That's pretty cool.
It's printed on the resin, but just trying to think of his name now.
Army dude?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
I'm going to go with Army dude.
He did it for a friend, and then he decided to release the model, and I just went, yep, I've got to download that and then print it up. Just need to get the colour sorted. I'm trying to suss out whether it's like during the Korean War or Second World War. I'm not sure, because I know the belts were different.
This thing would be so awesome if I could just get this filament to hold. This stuff is just so pretty.
Try higher temp.
Yeah, they list it at 220 as the max, but I think I'm gonna get it up to like 225 and turn the fan off. And maybe speed it up. Because when I print the stuff solid, or even not solid, but 3 or 4 layers with some infill and everything, it's fine. It doesn't have issues. It's only when I do vase mode that it does that. This is the same stuff. This is the Merlot, which on the camera it looks almost pinkish red, but in real life it's a deep dark red.
Looks like a ruby.
Yeah, it's a little darker. I don't know if you've seen it in life, but it's almost a burgundy red.
Mm.
I really like it. Well, it's Merlot. Thinking of Merlot, I should get some freaking wine. I knew there's God. Went out shopping today to get 2 specific things. I needed some bread yeast for my bread machine because I make bread on my little bread machine every once in a while, and I used up the last of it the other day. And something else. Now I can't remember that. I got everything else. I got all kinds of crap I didn't need, didn't want, didn't get the 2 things I actually wanted. I went there to get.
Is that your router blinking in the background there on that unit?
What's that?
Right in the background, the black box.
Yeah.
Has it got flashing lights on it?
Yeah.
Ah, right. Sound.
That's my router modem.
Sound.
Phone box. Because I have the what do you call it, VOP phone or whatever through the cable company.
Triple play. Everything go into one.
Yeah. It's an all-in-one box, and it's one of their older ones too. I should probably go over to the shop and just say, "Look, give me a new one."
Or just
every
buy
year,
your own.
Comcast comes out with a new model of something, and it's usually better. And
Buy your modem and don't have to pay rental charge.
I don't pay it anyways.
They just build into that.
If you do the triple pay, you
bucket.
don't pay any rent on any of the equipment.
They just have like a bucket price.
Yeah. Well, they just jacked money. I love this too. Most companies, don't they have customer appreciation? You return after a while, they start giving you a little bit of a discount.
No, they only give discount to the new people.
Yeah, Comcast's the only one that doesn't give. The longer you stay, the more they charge.
Well, Time Warner is the same.
Well,
now
it's not just Comcast; it's all the cable companies. They're all in cahoots. They're all like, "I'll take this section, you take that section." They all freaking.
It's like people that have everything packaged with TV and something. It's like $120, $100, something like that. And I just have internet, $79.
Yeah, no, I have everything. I have everything together. I have my phones, my cable, and I have everything on cable and the internet. And I have the fastest internet I can get in this town, which is not very fast, but of course they charge you like you're getting something fast.
What is the fastest you're getting?
My bill was $225, and they just raised
$225.
Yeah, $225, and it's now $275. They just whacked me another $50 a month because my 2-year contract ran out.
They should have just cut down to just internet only.
I'm about ready to, except for I live with my 2 80-plus-year-old parents. They don't get technology, dude. They have a hard time running an iPad. I mean, like a real hard time. They can't figure it out. So for me to cut the cable and just, I'd go to like any of the live streaming. I'd keep the internet. I'd pay $100 and get like business class internet. And then go to the live streams for television. Hit one of the PlayStation View, or Amazon has one, Hulu, any of those where you can get your locals too, but you're paying, but it's still a boatload cheaper than you get through Comcast, like half the price.
Why is Ken vacuuming, sealing,
my
dry
parents
cat?
be able to figure out how to get all that crap running.
Hope you're right back.
Mine includes, I have the boosted internet. I have Showtime, HBO, Cinemax. I have every freaking channel they have. Because, again, I got 2 older parents that watch all that crap. I have the sports channel, which I don't even watch. The only reason why I got it is because my father. None of us watch any sports except for NASCAR. My father loves NASCAR, so I have to get all the football-y, baseball-y, all that crap just to get ESPN now, which I don't want. Don't want
Yeah,
that crap.
just don't get it.
You know, I mean,
If
I watch a lot of the odd channels. I watch a lot of like the history channels and
if the parents want to get it, they could get it themselves if they want it bad enough.
yeah. Well, that's part of my. It's my cost of the house. Now I gotta get a new cold water tank, probably pressure storage tank. That's gonna cost me $500 plus a day and a half or 2 days of my time to install it. I gotta get them out of here because I can't have them here without water.
Or you mean like a pressure tank for the well?
Yeah, my well pressure tank went, but there's more issues, and I have a feeling I'm gonna have to just like strip everything in the basement and start from scratch. I put all PEX in my basement like 2 years ago when I got copper. I was getting copper pipes popping
I
everywhere in
think
the house.
there's like a valve that control pressure that let you to
It's a
have
big
use
tank
a
with a rubber bladder
smaller
in it.
tank. Yeah, but I think you could have a smaller tank if you have a certain valve.
It
Just
doesn't. Yeah, that's faked. It doesn't.
oh,
That doesn't really work. That works well for a small like single person home where it's just the one people person. When you have
I
3 people, and again, I have 80-plus-year-old parents that flush that toilet probably 1,000 times a day.
I just have a small tank, but I have a variable speed drive.
Yeah. Well, you don't have a well either, do you?
Yeah, I'm on well,
Oh, do you?
and the pump is just not just the well controller. The pump is like 800, and the well controller is 1,500, and it's $1,000 later just to pull it out.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
But it's 600 feet deep.
Mine's like 75 or 100. We actually went light because we hit a spring. I can. My well can crap out. My pump can crap out, and I still have like 5 or 10 pounds of pressure in the house because we did. My well isn't a normal well. It's a pressure capped well. Otherwise, it would bleed all the water out of it all the time because we literally hit a live spring, which is good. I mean, my water pressure is always great. My pump doesn't have to work that hard.
This your vase printing.
Yeah, what's funny is my water pressure goes up even when the pump's not running. If there's no draw, my water pressure goes up. Kind of cool, actually. But yeah, to pull my pump is a pain because it's the cap. It's a pressure cap well.
Mm.
So you got to release the pressure cap and do all that BS.
See,
Let
we
me
don't have
just
any of that
check
problem.
and see what Ken is doing.
Our country's too small to have wells in it.
Huh?
Our country's too small to put wells in.
Doesn't matter. I'm sure you got wells out in the country. They've been there for longer than this country's been around.
Yeah, I mean, most of the wells that were with villages and stuff, they've all been capped over and just not used anymore.
Yeah. Well, you all used shallow wells originally too.
Yeah.
We use deep, deep core wells.
That's what I mean. I was like, what? 600 feet?
That's not even that bad. We expected, because my house is kind of, it's hard to describe, but my house is kind of like a hat. It's on a hat in the land. The land actually rises up on either side, and my house is like right in the middle.
Yeah.
It's all swamp around us, but we're like 75, 100 feet above the swamp. And it's a big, kind of crown.
Nicely protected against floods as well.
Right on top of the crown. And so we figured we'd have to go down, past that and then another 50 or 100 feet at least.
Yeah.
And we didn't even get to the water table when we hit that spring. We're like, yeah, baby. What's even better is there's been droughts here and everything, and we don't even notice water issues.
Yeah.
I've had people in the local area, like their water wells run dry during a drought. They got no water. And we're like, yeah, we still got water. It's still clean, too. That's the other thing, you start getting into a drought and you start drawing the water down and water table down in your well. You start pulling mud out of your well, not water. Never had a problem. Although I got dirty West water now because I just yanked about 400 gallons out of the well in less than a half an hour. Like repressurizing my tank and emptying it, repressurizing my tank and emptying it, repressurizing my tank and emptying it. Put a brand new water filter on the house the other day too, this week. It's already clogged up because I drew the water table down so low in my well. All the soot and crap from that filter on top.
Yeah.
Pulled up. So that's another $40 for a new filter. Plus the tank. That's about $500. Plus a good part of a day for me to do it. And I ain't going to pay no plumber to come do it because I can't afford that. I'm sure he could do it in a few hours, but it'll take me a better part of a day.
Yeah, I'd be like you. I'd rather spend a day doing it and save some pennies. And
oh no, I'd pay him in a heartbeat if I could. I do not like doing plumbing. Plumbing is like, oh, I hate it. Plumbing and electrical.
Yeah, I don't like electronics. Tends to try and kill me. Hence why I don't do printed kits.
Yeah, I just don't like doing it. It's just a pain in the butt. It's not even. I just don't like doing it. I really don't want to do construction at all anymore. I'm so burnt out on it. It's unreal. Everybody wants me to do crap, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm tired of fixing other people's crap. Like, you know why your door doesn't freaking work? Because it's crap. Get a new door.
It's like I miss working on cars.
Yeah, it's another thing I don't miss working on either.
Well, only the bodywork. I can't touch an engine or do the electrics or anything like that.
Yeah, I used to build dragsters. We used to have a drag strip that was like 10 miles away.
Oh, nice.
So back in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s, I used to build dragsters. More of a backyard freaking garage band dragsters. Anything real, but
that's the fun.
Yeah, well, we used to go down to the track like the day before, and the owner of the track didn't care, and we'd all like test run our cars and goof off. And he's like, I don't give a crap. The only regulations he had with us is anybody that showed up, we all split in, and we had to pay a fire, 2 firemen, the fire truck, and an ambulance to be there.
Yeah.
And everybody, whoever showed up, we all pulled up cash and handed it over to the guys that stayed there. And they never got paid their full amount, but they didn't care. Half of them were into the cars just as much as we were.
Yeah.
So it was just, they get to hang out for free, basically, and get paid to hang out. I think one time it was only like 8 or 10 of us there, and we each gave them $10. That was split between all 4 of them.
Yeah, but money went
like
along.
$20, but they didn't care. Actually, they had one of them. The ambulance company was going to build a dragster ambulance. Use like
that would be interesting.
Yeah, well, they were going to use like the Ghostbusters station wagon. The ambulance they have in that, the hearse. They were going to build one of those and make it a dragster, which would have been cool as crap. And that was right about the time the whole thing went away because the old man that owned the place croaked, and his kids decided to sell it to a frickin' condo investor. He tore it all down and put condos up.
So I remember the Bellevue custom shows that we used to have, where you get to see all the custom cars and stuff. Yeah. A lot of them were from America and that, because they were obviously you were more into it during the 80s over there, customizing cars.
Well, we build. It's a little different over here too, because you guys mostly have like little Beamers and basically what we call the rice burners, even though rice burner usually refers to a Japanese version. But the little cars, your cars are smaller than ours. We have big gas guzzling monstrosities.
Oh yeah, I've seen Cadillac trucks
Especially back
struggle
then.
in these streets.
And I actually prefer, it's funny, I prefer the smaller cars. You ever heard of Callaway over there? You know who Callaway is?
Name rings a bell, but
They actually do Chevy strictly now. They're right down the street. I could like stand on my roof and see them out the window.
nice.
They're a custom car modifier. But back in the 60s and 70s and 80s when they first started, they did Volkswagens,
Mm.
Scirocco's and VW Bugs and Rabbits. They were big on the Rabbits and the Scirocco's, making them into like freaking unbelievable pocket rockets. There's guys that used to drag them. They'd bring the Scirocco's, the Callaway Scirocco's up, and they'd drag them against like my Camaro and a V8. And if they didn't beat me, they at least kept up with me. And I mean, I had a overbuilt freaking high rise blower, the whole 9 yards. It was built to the hilt. And the little Scirocco's had no problems keeping up with me. It was funny. But they're right down the street. They do vets now. They do a bunch of Indy cars.
Like our roads are just too crowded these days with cars.
Matter of fact, I think what's the famous little IndyCar driver there that's been around forever? What's his name? I can't think of his name now. I think one of the cars he was driving for a while was a Callaway vet. It's cool having him in town, though. I'll never forget a friend of mine worked there. He was actually just a night janitor for him. Actually, his uncle or something worked there as an engineer. And he needed a summer/evening job. So they'd have him come in and sweep up and clean up after him and everything. They let us take a class trip from the school there one day. And they brought us into the testing room. And you're behind this like foot thick plate glass observing this engine. And it was when they first started going to the vet. So here's an LT1 vet motor up on a stand, all hooked up, running. And they just start throttling it up. They were testing how high the RPMs would go on their new blower or whatever. Turbocharger. That's what they do is turbochargers. And they just wound it up. And also, boom! Parts flying everywhere. I think they had it up to like 14 or 1500 RPMs when it popped. And it did pop too. Usually when you blow an engine, it's like, oh yeah, you broke a crankshaft or something. You know, parts don't come flying out of the engine. Parts came flying out of this engine. Sidewall of the freaking block blew out. Pistons flying through the air, connecting rods, pins.
It's like when you see them drag cars just blow up on at the start, like it's like, whoa.
Yeah, but that's usually when they blow up like that. It's usually not mechanical, or like
parts.
It's usually just a fuel leak. Yeah, it's a fuel pop. It's not parts flying. It's just a big burst of freaking jet fuel going up in the flames all at once. This thing blew up. Whole freaking chunk about that big out of the side of the block blew out. And they just went flying across the room. That thing was screaming too. Oh God, was it loud. Of course, it's on the testing box, so there's no real mufflers or anything on it. I mean, we're in another room and everything through the plate glass and all that, but God damn, that thing was loud.
I think I was still
cool. Yeah, for such a small little town, we actually had some pretty cool stuff around here. We got a NASCAR track that's only like 10 miles away. We used to have the NHRA track that was only 3 miles away. Callaway is right here. It's not even a mile away from me. Sandhauser's here too. You heard of Sandhauser Electronics? Their offices and factories are right here in town. They're right next to Callaway. They're side by side. You must have heard of Sennheiser, like headphones and speakers and crap, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are made here. They would actually they're not anymore. They moved out of town. They had a big factory right here next to Callaway. They were literally side by side. Callaway and Sennheiser were side by side.
It's like we've lost a hell of a lot of our industry over the years.
Well, I was gonna say Sennheiser used to be. I think they're German or Dutch or something, aren't they?
Mm.
Originally, they weren't American. I know that. Then they came over here. What else is over here? Oh, there's the boat factory. I can't even think of the name. They build a whole bunch of accessory parts for like motorboats and crap. They're kind of small. I'm trying to think what the hell their name is. Can't remember. They just do custom for like outboard motors, mostly Yamaha. They do like custom carburetors and that kind of crap for them. What the hell's the name of them? Target Point or Point Target or something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, who else is in here? Anybody?
I think Michael is it?
Cool with the sirens. That was like an hour ago. Actually, it was only about 5 minutes ago. The toilet and wash a car from time to time. We just use a water cooler. Yeah, that wouldn't go over big here. We actually have a gas station down the street that guy killed himself and closed down, and somebody went to reopen it, and they're like, "Nope, can't do it. You gotta have the whole property abated first. You had to let tanks leak, and it was a full-on garage. And,
Yeah.
Been there since the 40s or 50s. So when an engine leaked oil, they just poured the oil out back in the backyard on the ground. Change oil, you just pour the oil out in the back. So that whole property's got to be abated now before anybody can start a new business on it. So there it sits, rotting away.
Yeah.
Which is funny because the feds, I don't know why they didn't abate it. The feds do like 80% of the cost of that now. You can get a grant for that crap. They don't want property sitting there unused. Bong, you got mail. Credit Karma. I don't care about Credit Karma. Why am I getting emails from Credit Karma? See your cards for my score. That's all right. I don't have any cards. I have no credit. I literally have no credit.
So what you got planned for New Year's?
I don't know. Shom still wants to do the New Year's Eve thing. I'm just not sure I want to bother doing it on my stream. I don't think I'll stay awake. It's only 11 now, and I'm ready to take a nap.
Yeah, 10 to 4 for me in the morning.
Huh?
10 to 4 for me in the morning.
That's too early. That's usually when I usually get up about 4.
Yeah, that's when I start usually thinking about going to bed. And then 7, 8 o'clock turns up and it's like, oh crap.
The hell do you do that you stay up all night?
It's kind of weird. I don't get creative until I get really tired.
No, but I mean, what do you do for a living that you can stay up all night and not have to go to work in the morning?
Oh, nothing.
Oh.
I'm not able to work. I received a serious head injury about 20 years ago.
So you're on disability.
Yeah.
That's not. Well, it's just there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'd love to be making money and off the dole like and doing some proper stuff. But
I gotta figure out a way to make this make money. Not like YouTube, but just sitting here screwing off on my computer.
Yeah,
should
well,
just start designing crap and selling it.
yeah.
Just giving it all away for free on Thingiverse. Start doing like Luby's doing, where she gets $2 for everything.
Well, I'd like to put this moon on my mini factory and just like, you know, the moon that I'm working on.
Oh,
But
that's your design of the moon?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you downloaded that.
Oh, no.
Model. That's all.
Been working on that for about a year.
There's about 10 of them moon models now.
Yeah, but they're all inverted. They're all for the lights.
Right.
This is a proper moon model, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And but with my mini factory, there's a limit to what size you can put your models on. So, hence the reason it's in 64 parts. Just so I can.
It's a rather large moon, man.
Yeah, but even a lot of my other models, you know, I mean, I could load up sort of like 10 parts of the same model and have them at, say, like 25 meg a piece. But it wouldn't sort of like accept like the complete model at 100 meg or something. Just screams at you going, no, this file's too big.
I have to figure out a way to make that stick. I really like this filament. And I got bunches of rolls, not bunches, but I think I got 5 rolls of it. Different colors.
Yeah, I do like the way the light shines off that.
Yeah, it's just wicked. The finish on it is just wicked cool.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it looks like a blue-black from my camera side, if you know what I mean.
It's not. I have one that, I can see it on my camera. I actually have a roll that looks that color.
Nice.
The same stuff. I mean, it literally looks that color. They have the night shade and then the night night shadow and night shade. Mm-hmm. One's purple and one's blue. Yeah, I don't know why the camera makes it blue. Probably just because of the sheen. Does it still look blue? Actually, there you go. You can actually sort of see the purple now. If you look on the side.
Yeah.
That's actually the color of it. It's that purpley kind of right here.
Yeah, I can see the purple now, yeah.
Yeah, that's the actual color it is. I don't know why the camera picks it up as blue.
No, I'm just glad that none of my mates are around looking at that because they all love purple.
Yeah.
And they'd be hassling me now, Mark, get some of that, print me some stuff out.
Love that crap. Expensive as hell.
Oh, did you try the Angus Christmas tree this year?
No. Enough people are doing it. I don't even think that looks that good.
Yeah, I did it last year at 50%. And it failed, but it felt spectacular.
It's good when you shrink it because you got even less time and less material to hit on each, pipe.
So I took the 3D pen to it.
Oh, you decorated it and everything? That's cool. That actually makes it look good. I always have to print a couple of them. I dig 3D's Christmas tree there.
Yeah.
That fauceted looking thing. That's like the best Christmas tree printed I've seen yet. It's just awesome.
What does that, is it, could you shine a light through that?
Through what?
Through that vase that you printed?
No.
Did the light penetrate it?
No, that's as solid color as you can get.
Shame.
Light will not penetrate that at all.
Because that would look nice with the light in it, if it would just shine the light for a little bit.
Yeah, no, that won't shine a light at all. I could put a light in it and nothing would even shine through. I don't think. Let's find out. Put a light through it. See how bright it is. Yeah. Oh, there is actually a little bit, but you can't even tell. Make it so you can sort of see it. See the light there? Oh, I shut it off by accident. You can sort of see it there, can't you? Yeah, you really can't because the other lights, the reflection light's even brighter. You can sort of see it. But yeah, it's not bright enough.
Yeah.
It's way too solid of a color. The whole filament's too solid. Even their white is like hard, dark, solid. Excuse me, solid white.
Mm.
It's not like a semi-transparent like most whites are. Which is why I don't get their white. I think I have 5 of their rolls. I've got the purple like that. I've got the dark blue. I've got the light purple. I think I have the light blue. I have the emerald green. The emerald green is still my favorite color, I think, although that's close. The emerald green is just smashing.
It's like I used to look at the colors of filaments, but I tend to paint over everything. So
see, I don't paint it. I can't. I have no desire to paint any of it.
Well, I attempt to paint everything. My paint is not as good as it used to be.
I'm not a painter. That's for sure. Yeah, this stuff is. I mean, you can even see it on the camera. It's just so shiny. And again, that camera, I mean, you can tell it's shiny, but the camera's not showing the color. It's making it kind of.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's actually a really bright, almost like alien green, too. I wonder if I can color this camera.
That'd look good on dragon scales.
This is really nice. I love this. I love all the polyalchemies. I got like a light lavender purple, too. That emerald green is probably one of the best. Why is it in one way I feel like I have way too much filament, and another way I feel like I don't have anywhere near enough? I want more filament. I'll be right back. I gotta check on my apple chips and get some more drink.
Okay, doke.
Liquid bedroll.
You're going to jump in, Minnesota? And it goes deadly silent.
It's falling asleep.
I hope this goes. Sorry about that, everyone. I feel like it, Minnesota. I've had the flu since Christmas.
I'm gonna screw with Fun King, and it's gonna be fun. Not that you guys will know, but in this box is a box. In that box is a box. And in that
Shipping it
box
to
is a
Fun King.
box. Actually, I think it's only 3 deep. But what's even funnier is, and I'm sure he won't watch the stream, so it won't matter because I don't want him to know. But in the box, in the last box, is a little utility knife I remodeled and put the little Fun King logo on it. And in the last box, there's a note that says, "This will help you open all the boxes."
Oh,
like, oops. Oh, wait. You had to open all the boxes to get to it.
There's a brother and sister that each year try and outdo each other when it comes to wrapping stuff up in boxes for Christmas. Her brother got her a good one this year. He spot welded her present in a metal box.
That's when I just get out my grinder.
Yeah, but that's the most probably going to damage what's in the box. And that's why he did it.
These things are so good.
Cheetos.
Flaming hot Cheetos.
Our equivalent is, what's it?
Woods it? That was a Woods it.
Bit puffier version of
Oh,
what
those
you
are like
eat.
the styrofoamy ones.
Yeah.
These are like hard and crunchy. Same thing.
Those are Twiglets, but with different flavouring. We usually have that Marmite on them.
The thing is these are flaming hot.
Oh no, I can handle them.
Which keeps me from eating a whole bag in one sitting. What's up, Nick? Just hanging out eating Cheetos.
Well, that's coming now.
Here, you want to jump in? I think you should jump in. Make this a little more exciting.
Yeah.
Because we're really dragging it down. It started out good.
Well, you just missed me having a coughing session. You might have heard it.
What?
I had a huge cough.
Oh,
Fit.
damn. It's a cough. Get over it. Yeah. I want to print some more bright purple stuff, but I'd like to actually hold together. I don't want to do it if it's not going to hold together. I suppose what I could do is just shrink it down and try it. I'm gonna right now. That's what I'm gonna do. Holy crap, it's 11. Maybe I'm not. It's a little late to me running that thing. A new puppy. Puppies are cool. Kittens are cool. Don't want either one. If I were to get a pet now, I want a full-grown cat. They don't bark. They're already litter box trained.
I'd go for a raven.
Do that. I don't have to deal with the issues of the puppies and kittens and the tearing up the house and the ripping everything apart. Cats do knock stuff off of shelves now and again, but that's about the extent of it. They're basically quiet.
Until they want feed.
Huh?
Until they want food.
Yeah, but even then, it's like meow meow.
Yeah.
It's like a dog that goes.
Yeah, you never hear a cat meowing at the door because somebody's knocked at it.
Or the ambulance goes by at 2 o'clock in the morning and dogs start howling like frickin' Earth's coming to an end. Shut up. Yes, we heard the siren. You don't need to be another one. I mean, I like dogs and everything, but I don't think I'd ever own one again. They're just too obnoxious. I love them when they're somebody else's. My neighbors have a dog. He's awesome. I love him because a lot of times they'll let him out and he'll just come up into my yard. You can't go anywhere. We pretty much live on a little peninsula wrapped around by swamp. So unless he swims across the swamp, which he could do, but he usually doesn't. He's not going to go anywhere. So they just let him out the door and let him roam free because they know I don't care if he comes up in the yard. I like the dog. He's awesome. He comes up, I play with him. He goes back home. They deal with all the pain in the ass part. I just play with them.
So how much land do you actually have with the house?
My kind of dog. Well, what's wrong with the one? What's the pain in the ass about that? You hardly see it. There's no pain in the ass there. Never around. It's my kind of cat. I wanted to come up and sit in my lap for like an hour, and then like right around 8 o'clock when you're watching TV. That's what all I want a cat for.
Yeah.
Hang out. Cats just hang out.
Last cat I had used to love sitting on the keyboard when I'm trying to do shit.
Yeah, I let cats outside. Every cat I've ever had has been an outdoor cat.
How much land have you got there?
Here. I've always had big, like huge coon cats, like bigger than small dog size cats.
Yeah, we've only got cats.
I'll tell you, a cat over a dog. You can take off with a cat too. If you go on vacation for a week, you fill the bowl up to the max. Hell, we used to just take the bag and rip it open and roll back the edges so they can get their face into it.
Yeah.
Put an extra litter box down next to the other one so they know to move over when it gets full. You can leave for a week and the cat won't care.
And they're cheaper at the vets.
Yeah. Not really, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the last dog I had here, it cracked a tooth. It cost me 400 quid to get that sorted.
Yeah, see, most of our cats, they did the clawing of the furniture when they were kittens. Once they grow, a year old or so, and they're outdoor, again, we have outdoor cats, so they don't really claw the furniture that much.
Mm.
I usually don't have furniture they want to claw anyways.
It's like it's suffer with
dogs just chew on it. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It's just, I've always found cats to be easier. The only more ridiculous is I had hamsters and gerbils and all that. It's like, why?
That's snake food.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you have it and it's cute and everything, but
then it bites you, then it ends up smacking
you really can't take it out. It's not like you can pet it. All you got to do is keep this thing in a cage its whole life, and you constantly having to clean up after it, and you don't even get any of the benefits of, like, cats and dogs play with you, and you can pet them and play with them.
Yeah. You can wind them up.
You can't play with. You can't do anything with it. You can't, you can't interact with a hamster. You can sit there and watch it run around on its wheel.
Which drives you
on YouTube.
20 minutes.
If I want to be entertained by that, I'll just watch a video of one on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not big into the rodents.
Quick check on Facebook.
Cats generally make less of a mess than dogs, and they're less of a pain. You don't have to let them out every 5 minutes. They don't yelp. Yeah, they claw furniture when they're kittens usually, not once they become cats so much. I
Yeah.
mean, they still can, but dogs still knock crap off and their big asses wagging around. And or you get them little rat dogs that all they do is yelp all day long. They just never stop.
Yeah, you never see a
Yeah,
cat.
dogs do that too. They just puke up. They don't puke up hairballs. They just puke.
Then they try and eat it.
Yeah, they do that too.
Not sure which is
Actually,
more.
well, don't get me wrong. I've had both dogs and cats. Like them both. Have neither now. If I were to get one now, it would definitely be a cat. Cats are less interactive. They're more self-sustaining.
Yeah, they own owners. Owners don't own them.
Yeah, they definitely own us. Generally, I've had some pretty dumb cats.
You know, as soon as they realise there's something better next door, they're gone.
Yeah. We had a coon cat. We called it Mustard because it was bright yellow. So it looked like a freaking can of Golden's mustard. That color, that orangey yellow of mustard. Anyways, it was probably a 45 or 50 pound cat. It was big.
Jeez.
Well,
Mind you,
coon cat.
you've got things like mountain lions and stuff like that walking over there.
Yeah, well, it was a big cat. I mean, we had other ones that were close, but that was the biggest one of all of them. We had 5 or 6 cats at one time at that time. So kittens, anyways. The we let it outside and it didn't get in at night. You know, forgot to come in or whatever. Forgot to open the door for it. All of a sudden we hear this out in the yard. Freaking thing's out there kicking the ass. And at first I thought it was getting beat up. It was beating up. It was not losing against 4 raccoons. It was kicking their freaking ass. And them raccoons were backing off and attacking, and it literally would lay on its back and kick with its rear claws. It was declawed too. The front claws were declawed. Because it was like that before we got it. So we always got
picture these 4 raccoons walking around and going, "You got no weapons, mate."
Yeah. And he's just beating the ever living crap out of them. It was sad.
Yeah, we don't have
because that was just after we moved into this house. I was only like 5 or 6 years old, but I still remember that. Then within a couple of months, we'd let them out, and the raccoons would be out on our porch, and the cat would just hang out with them. They'd all go out, all the cats. They'd all go out there and hang out with the raccoons, no problem. Just run around the yard like they're all buddies.
You know, and I think around there, all we've got is badgers, foxes.
We got foxes. They're just starting to come back.
And that's it.
The little black bears are starting to come back now. The big thing that we got now is we had a real turkey problem here 10 years ago. Shalom is alive. Shalom. We had a major turkey problem, and the state brought back fisher cats. I don't know if you know what a fisher cat is, but it's a little weasel about that long. Evil little bastards. And they take on turkeys. I mean, that's their main food is bird.
Yeah.
Well, they brought the turkey population down because it was bad. I mean, I used to be able to wake up in the morning here and there'd be 100 turkeys out in my yard. Which, you know, you try and drive down the road and there's 50 or 100 turkeys crossing the road and they just stand there and look at you like, people start driving them over because they just wouldn't move.
Mm.
But anyways, now the fisher cats the turkey population is way down. The fisher cat population is way up, and they're actually taking on domestic cats.
Mm.
Because them little bastards are evil. They're mean.
Yeah.
Shom's live. What the hell's he doing? Let's go visit Shom. Shalomine. Let's see, new window. YouTube. Shalom. Excuse me. We'll have to go over there if it's doing any good. Sup, my 3D peeps, for watching. Is he on a computer or a stupid phone? Oh, I got my sound off. I can't even hear you.
I'm here to sing it because I forgot I had no music. Hey, Jason, do me a favor since you just come out here. Go grab my speaker, which I've asked for 3 times now.
I don't think I've actually got him subscribed.
What's up, Tom? You were already streaming. I didn't see that. I never got that notice. Why don't you join me? Tell me, how can I figure that out? Read that text. Okay. Tell me this is not a catchy 1 minute 40-second song.
Sure. Is this feeding back through the video?
I can hear it, but it's not causing any feedback or anything.
No, but you can hear him going, right?
Yeah.
It's just the two of us. I think I'm going to kill it and go over there and harass him. You coming?
I don't actually have him subscribed.
You don't have Shalom as your freaking thing?
I know. Everything seems to have disappeared. I've lost a lot of people that I was subscribed to. See if I can find him.
Here you go. Here, I'm gonna bail out of this and go watch Shalom.
Okay,
See if
mate.
I can teach him how to do a hangout.
Okay, I'll catch you over there anyway.
All right, later, guys.
Later.